Welcome to another episode of Tiara Talks Food. I am so excited to bring to y'all one of my favorite things to make every holiday, and that is my Boozy hot chocolate. Oh yes, my Boozy hot chocolate. So hot chocolate is one of my favorite things to drink, warm things to drink that's not coffee. And I usually just stick to like a hot cocoa packets, from Swiss Miss, whatever. But during the holidays, I really like to do it up. And I like to make my hot cocoa from scratch. And it's so easy to do. I started doing this about 5 years ago at this point, where I had some cocoa powder. And I think this was a time where I didn't have any of like my typical hot cocoa packets on hand. So I just learned to make it myself. And I found that it was so easy. But like one holiday, I was like, okay, how about I add some brownies on top, and probably add like a little bit of liquor in it. And it was amazing. It was amazing. So I just made it a holiday tradition for myself. And it's that time of year again. So I'm happy to show you guys how I do it. Now, this is not a recipe that is quote unquote healthy, but there are some healthy alternatives that you can make to it. And I'll get to those later on. But I want to show you the breakdown of the ingredients that I use. So I'm using milk, cocoa powder, sugar, white sugar, I have some butter, I have some salt, vanilla extract, some chocolate syrup, and some chocolate liquor. I think this one I'm using is cocoa de creme or something like that. But you can use like chocolate vodka, Bailey's, or Kahlua. I've used all of those things and I've gotten great results every time. And you may be wondering, like, why do I have brownies here? And that's because I am going to top my hot chocolate with brownies. I love to top it with brownies. I've put a little bit of cinnamon on top, a little bit of extra cocoa powder. Also, some chocolate shavings are great. Some walnuts are great. And of course, some chocolate syrup, which is also what I top with it, and some whipped cream. So again, we're really just going to elevate this hot chocolate to something that's really just nice and warm and just holiday themed. But you don't have to wait till the holidays to make this. You can make it if it's like a cold, winter weekend morning, a weekday morning, and you just want something that's just cozy. This is it. All right, let's get started. I'm melting some butter over medium-low heat, and I'm using this as part of my basis for what I'm going to call a chocolate roux. And I'm going to add some cocoa powder and whisk it in so it's nice and incorporated with the butter. And at this point, I want to make sure that I'm getting out as many of the clumps as possible. But because the sauce is going to thicken, I'm going to add whole milk a little bit at a time. And even though I'm using whole milk, you can use any other type of dairy or non-dairy that you like. I've also used almond milk for this recipe. But really the technique to pay attention to is me adding in a bit at a time, seeing how I'm whisking out those clumps and how the chocolate sauce is getting smoother and smoother. All right, I'm gonna add a little bit more. This is the consistency that you're looking for. And then after this, I'm just gonna dump in the rest of the milk because at this point, it's pretty well mixed the way I like. All right, and now I'm gonna add my sweeteners to it. So I'm going to use some white sugar. And you can use artificial sweeteners at this point if you like to. So I'm gonna whisk that in. And then I'm going to add in some vanilla extract, which is definitely a must, and some salt. And then I'm going to whisk again and bring the temperature up a little bit, pretty much to a boil so that way it gets nice and hot because this is hot chocolate. And that's it. Wasn't that easy? That was pretty easy, right? So now it's time for the really fun part, which is putting the hot chocolate inside the mug and then topping it with some brownies, whipped cream, and some chocolate chips. Oh, and chocolate sauce. And of course, adding the booze. So, but before I ladle the hot chocolate in, I'm going to put in some creme de cocoa. That's what it is. And this is about a quarter cup in here. But I'm just going to put in a little bit. I may not use the whole quarter cup. Also, this is a part where if you want to, you can feel free to add as much booze as you like. So I'm just going to add about a quarter cup, maybe a little less. So I'm just going to pour in a little bit like that. The whole thing. Why not? And now I'm going to ladle in my hot chocolate. Oh, and my mug says I'm on the naughty list. Okay, so it's gonna ladle in this hot chocolate. Oh, this is so rich. Maybe I can just pour it in. Oh yes. Now I'm gonna top this hot chocolate with some of my favorite toppings. So I have some whipped cream. Some chocolate sauce. Some chocolate chips. And you can put in like some cinnamon on top. I've put walnuts on here before. I have pretty much done it all. Maybe just a couple more. And then brownies. And there you have it, my Boozy hot chocolate. I hope you guys choose to make this. Happy holidays. I'm about to go drink some of this and chill on the couch. All right, bye guys.